Welcome to the Freedom Club Podcast, where we discover the fight for freedom, fulfillment, passion, and purpose. Your host is Kurt Mercadante, Gallup certified strengths coach, an agency founder who is dedicated to coaching individuals seeking to level up their life and their businesses. The Freedom Club is about unlocking your talents, turning them into strengths, and crushing your objectives. You can learn more at kurtmercadante.com. Welcome to the Freedom Club.
And welcome to the Freedom Club Podcast. I'm your host, Kurt Mercadante. It is Monday, June 11th, which means it's time for the Monday Motivator. I hope you had a wonderful, outstanding, stupendous weekend and wish you a week filled with freedom and abundance. Before we get to the Monday Motivator, I just really want to thank each and every one of you for listening. Whether this is your first time listening or your 31st time listening, I thank you very much. And if I could ask you a favor this week, if you like the podcast, again, if you've been here before, if this is your first time visiting, I would ask if you could share the podcast with a friend, with someone who you think would benefit from our message of freedom and fulfillment, and or if you could stop by, whether you're listening on iTunes or Google Play, if you could leave us a review and a rating, I would really appreciate it. Listen, we have been growing organically. We almost doubled our listenership, the number of downloads over the past month. I want to keep growing so we can continue to bring our message of fighting for freedom and fulfillment in each of our lives. I can bring it to more people, which means together, we are accomplishing our mission. So thank you very much. And without further ado, here is today's Monday Motivator segment. I talk about negative self-talk and how we can actually be our own worst bullies, trolls, haters, and critics in our own lives. Thank you for listening.
You know, it's hard to turn on the TV, walk through an airport or a bus station without seeing some kind of new anti-bullying campaign. But you know what? Sometimes the worst bullies in our lives are ourselves, that negative self-doubt that beats us down. And it's not surprising because most people think the best way to achieve growth, the best way to success is to focus on fixing our weaknesses. But you know what? That's bullshit. The best way to reach our potential and achieve success is to focus on our strengths, to focus on what we do best, to amplify those superpowers. And you know what? For decades, Gallup has done studies into this, and they find out that people who amplify their strengths and manage their weaknesses, not ignore their weaknesses, but manage their weaknesses, are more profitable. They work more efficiently. They have a better quality of life. And that's not surprising at all, because if we spend our lives focusing on our shortcomings, that's when we bully ourselves and beat ourselves down. So focus, double down on your strengths, double down on unlocking the potential of your superpowers. That's the way to success, and that's the way to beat your self-doubt bullying.